take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol, pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping. To the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Hey everyone, good to see each and every single one of you. I was gonna say something, but nah. Darlene, good to see you. Love you. Hope you're doing good. Christopher, baby brother, good to see you. And me and you's got to have a talk here in a minute. I got my reports on last night, so you just playing me and you've got a talking, a heart-to-heart talk. Tracy, good to see you. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Teacup, wild woman, my slugger. Good to see you. Love you. Oh. I hope y'all are having a great day. And then on Rumble, we got Susan coming in hot first. Good to see you. Love you. And Bitbike, good to see you. Love you. On Rumble and YouTube. And Jay Keeps coming in. Good to see you. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday. But I'm still, still may mess up a little bit, but at least my eyes isn't burning and watering, so it's a good thing. We're good. Okay, now for you, Christopher, let's get to business here. I got several reports on you last night. The way it sounded, You was taking advantage of me since I wasn't able to see too well. Boy, you just need to sit down and be good, because I got people watching you. I love you, baby brother. You keep us on our toes, that's for sure. No, they are informants. They're not tattletales. They are informants. They always watching my back. And I do not give out my resources. So there. But I do hope each and every one of y'all has had a great day. Let me see. To start off, let's go with the prayer list. We got Betty and Steve. Keep them in your prayers. And her brother-in-law and son Aaron. Keep Dee in your prayers because he's still recovering from his surgery. And Goldie and Dee's dad. Keep Teacup in your prayers. T, have you sent Darlene the information you're supposed to yet, by the way? Keep Teacup in your prayers that they set her up an appointment to take care of her other eye. And I may have to step into this situation. And Darlene. But we're going to get it done. California's messed around long enough. Let me see. Bonnie, keep her in your prayers. And both Cindy's, Cindy Chase and our Cindy here. And Mel, keep Mel in your prayers. She was on last night, but I guess she came on after I shut down because she probably thought it was longer. So keep her in your prayers. Hopefully she'll come in tonight. I have to apologize to her. I just wasn't feeling well. So keep both Cindy's and Mel in your prayers. Keep Santa in your prayers for his safety and health. Keep Jared, Julius, and Chris in your prayers for healing and recovery. Keep Gator Girl in your prayers because she's moving, and you know how stressful that is, and it can wear you out. So keep her in your prayers that God gives her strength. And Tina B, keep her in your prayers that God wraps his arms around her and gives her peace and comfort. And Frances and her son's mother-in-law, keep them in your prayers. The whole family, just keep them all in your prayers, and we pray God wraps his arms around all of them, and comforts them, and touches Frances. And if you don't mind, my dad and my aunt, keep them in your prayers. And all the unspoken prayer requests, because a lot of y'all guys don't like to speak up. So keep everyone in chat in your prayers also. Now, let's see. And Darlene and Teacup, you ready? Throw a thumbs up in chat if you're ready, y'all too. Let me see. It's not moving. Okay. Bit by. us girls want to appreciate and thank you for your services today, your technical support that got us all together. So I like to thank you for your services today. We do. Alrighty. Now, let's see. I found I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that tonight. So I'm gonna be all over the place. Hey SL20, good to see you. I can see you tonight. Good to see you, buddy. My brother. Hope you're doing well. So I'm gonna be all over the board, from news to funnies to plumb ridiculousness. Another one of those words that gets me. So here we go. Let me see. This is we need to and we need to pray for Tulsi's husband. She's having to step down because her husband found out today that he has a rare bone cancer. So keep her and her family in your prayers. She's done us right. She's took care of our security. So pray God heals him. So here's a little clip on that.
News now. Fox News has just learned Tulsi Gabbard is resigning from her post as Director of National Intelligence. All right, let's get right to David Spunt. He's got the news for us. David?
Well, Sandra, we are told that Tulsi Gabbard is resigning effective June 30th because of her husband's recent diagnosis of an aggressive form of bone cancer. Our thoughts, of course, are with Ms. Gabbard and her family, Director Gabbard and her husband, Abraham. She said that Abraham has been her rock since they've been married, and she submitted her resignation letter to the president and two members of the senior staff, announcing that her last day would be June 30th because of this diagnosis of her husband's bone cancer. Unfortunately, this is something that Gabbard says that she cannot continue to manage doing two jobs at that time. So she will continue serving in the role of the Director of National Intelligence, overseeing the CIA, National Security Council, other agencies, but will leave June 30th because of this tragic news of her husband's bone cancer diagnosis. Sandra and John, as she helps him fight that over the coming months.
All right, David, so you're just learning these details now. Have we seen any sort of public statement from the White House on this yet?
I have not seen any public statement from the White House yet. We are just reading this story from Brooke Singman, our colleague in Fox Digital. She said that Brooke reports that Gabbard notified President Trump during a meeting in the Oval Office on Friday. Her last day is expected, as I said, that's going to be June 30th. She said, quote, "At this time, I must step away from public service to be by his side and fully support him through this battle." So, no, we don't have any immediate reaction from the White House. I suspect that they wanted to let her make this announcement first. Then perhaps we'll get something from President Trump or somebody from the White House to comment on this. But apparently she just let the president know this just hours ago in the Oval Office before he heads to New York to make a speech this afternoon.
Got it. All right, David Spunt with the details on that.
That's sad. I can't stand that word. That sickness, illness. Oh. Alrighty. So we need to keep her and her husband in our prayers as well. Like I said, I think she's been a good person in office. I liked her. She hasn't done anything I've seen wrong. I mean, I don't know everything, but from what I've seen, she's been a good fit. And it's going to be sad to see her go. But I understand family comes first. And he needs her, and she needs to be with him. Okay. The next one I have is, let me see. This one. I still got my eyes on this one. This is about the truckers, the illegal truck drivers that's getting these fake licenses and taking these schools that's underground and all this shady business. I'm still keeping my eyes on them. And I just wanted y'all to know I'm still on it. I'm not going to stop until they close it down and get all the illegals off the road.
Well, are you headed out on the highway? It's time to buckle up. Illegal truckers are barreling down our roads and taking Americans out with them. Now in California, Manveer Singh, a Biden-era illegal from India, barreled his big rig into 3 cars, killing 2 people, and then he fled the scene. Cops caught up with him, and he is now behind bars. But this isn't new. Last year, an Indian trucker with the same last name pulled an illegal U-turn with his 18-wheeler, killing a family of 3.
A jaw-dropping video of Harjinder Singh's illegal U-turn in Florida, killing 3, has exploded online, sparking debates over immigration, licensing, and public safety with just one short clip. The 28-year-old, an immigrant from India, now facing vehicular homicide charges. He obtained a commercial driver's license in 2 states, Washington and California. This is despite failing a road sign and English test.
Now, what did Democrats think was going to happen when they ripped our borders wide open and handed out licenses like candy? Illegal truckers have killed dozens of Americans in 2025 alone, all because blue states prioritize illegals ahead of their own people. But now Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says enough is enough.
You've seen the videos. You have a family out for a Sunday drive or a couple driving home on a weekday afternoon, and tragedy hits because we have people on the roads that aren't safe, that aren't qualified, that should never have a driver's license, and lives are lost. We will stop at nothing to make sure that our roads are safe.
Border czar Tom Homan joins us now. Tom, I'll never forget in 2016 sitting on a CNN panel, and I would bring up angel families, and they would say to me, "You're picking a needle from a haystack. There are few." And then I read that this was the 4th illegal immigrant with the last name Singh to kill Americans, and that there have been 27 fatal crashes, and this is just automobile accidents. It doesn't seem like this is rare.
It's not rare, and you're exactly right. It's not a needle in a haystack. I literally know at least 200 angel moms that I have met over the last few years, and there are literally thousands of them. And you're right. Look, Sean Duffy's all over this. He's working very closely with the Department of Homeland Security and ICE. You know, ICE is working with state police in several states, whether it's way stations, truck stops. But we even got to go further. I know Sean Duffy's working on lawsuits and subpoenas to get DMV information from the blue states that simply don't want to share it. But we're going to get that information. But we have stepped up efforts on this tenfold. And together with Sean Duffy and Secretary Mark Wayne Moen, they're taking this serious. And we're going to try to get everybody off the street that's here illegally. But I think we need to go a step further. My concern is, let's say you have a green card. You're driving a 2-ton tractor trailer down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour, but you don't have English proficiency. You can't see a sign or understand a sign that says accident ahead, icy road ahead, lane change ahead. You know, they got to be able to read these signs so they can prepare to stop quickly or avoid another accident. So they got to understand English to be driving a 2-ton truck on a highway at 70 miles an hour. So that's something else we're looking at.
Yeah, all great things to look at.
Yeah, that's right. SL20. Family, God, family, and country. That's the way I look at it too. But I'm going to keep my eyes on it, and I'm not going to stop until they pull all of them licenses and get them off the road, because they're killing us. They're killing people. And then on the Tulsi's with the bone cancer, this was sent to me, and maybe this is some information y'all need to hear. We need to hear. It was sent to me, and I think we need to hear it.
Increase your risk of 7 major cancers: bladder, breast, colorectal, thyroid, gastric cancer. There was 8.7 million people in both of these studies, and they compared vaccinated to unvaccinated. So the vaccinated are getting more cancers. We have all the case reports published. People get these shots, and then a day later, sometimes a week later, they get massive tumors. Or the cancer starts to spread everywhere in the body. CDC Wonder data, official government data, shows that excess cancer deaths have shot straight up right after the mass vaccination campaigns. There's been hundreds of thousands, or over 100,000 excess cancer deaths in the United States from the shots. It appears the mass mRNA injection programs were one of the largest carcinogenic exposures in history.
Because they're getting ready to roll out some more quote-unquote vaccines for all this other stuff that they're trying to get going. So just pay attention, read up on it, know what you're doing. I'm not taking a dang one. I didn't the first time, and I'm not the second time. So just keep your eyes on it, please. Because I love my family. I don't want anything to happen to anyone. Okay. And then, here lately, I'm gonna have a little talk with you. Here lately, y'all know Sky's been having trouble with her asthma quite a bit when she goes outside and the wind's blowing and all that stuff's blowing around and all them little streaks in the sky and everything. Well, I was sent this too. Lee Zeldin here posted a little short video on what he's about to do, and it's amazing if this comes true. If he does what he says, then it's going to be good. Because everybody always says that we're conspiracy theories and all this and that, and that we're telling lies. But he's got the facts. He's got the receipts for it. And I hope he does what he says he's going to do here.
Americans have urgent and important questions about geoengineering and contrails. The American public deserves and expects honesty and transparency from their government when seeking answers. But for years, people who asked questions in good faith were dismissed, even vilified by the media and their own government. That era is over. The Trump EPA is committed to total transparency. As a result, I tasked my team at EPA to compile a list of everything we know about contrails and geoengineering for the purpose of releasing it to you now publicly. In other words, I want you to know everything I know about these topics, and without any exception. Instead of simply dismissing these questions and concerns as baseless conspiracies, we're meeting them head on. We did the legwork, looked at the science, consulted agency experts, and pulled in relevant outside information to put these online resources together. Everything we know about contrails to solar geoengineering will be in there. That means anyone who reads through this information will know as much about these topics as I do, as EPA administrator. To anyone who's ever looked up to the streaks in the sky and asked, what the heck is going on? Or seen headlines about private actors and even governments looking to blot out the sun in the name of stopping global warming? We've endeavored to answer all of your questions at the links on your screen. In fact, EPA shares many of the same concerns when it comes to potential threats to human health and the environment, especially from solar geoengineering activities. The enthusiasm for experiments that would pump pollutants into the high atmosphere has set off alarm bells here at the Trump EPA. Prior to now, EPA has never been this proactive to raise awareness about concerns with geoengineering and to stop this activity from being scaled up. This is what it looks like when government actually listens to the will of the people and doesn't try to squash it. You can always trust this administration and this EPA to take your concerns seriously, answer your questions honestly, and carry out the will of voters with integrity.
So if he does what he says, it's going to be good. It's good to have proof, which we already have proof anyway from certain scientists and specialists that has been studying it. But this will back up everything that's been said. Okay. I know Sky, she's probably watching now. So Sky, honey, this one is for you. So tell your mama she can't do it no more.
Nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. You're on a roll and now you pray it lasts. The road behind was rocky, but now you're feeling cocky. You look at me and you see your
that last one was movement there. I gotta catch up on my being wise about things. She told me this evening in front of a friend, she says, Mama, you just can't do what you could before. You need to slow down. She's a mess. And then we got this one is real short. It's Donald Trump taking out the trash.
Welcome back to our final broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Twilight, glad we
you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now for our soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Rest in peace, heroes, and thank you for your service.
And memories, photographs and the rosary. She hangs her head as the choir sings, and she cries, and she cries, and she cries, and she cries. 'Cause her family was waiting at home and was praying for him to survive. That folded flag that she now owns, she holds it close tonight. Shots ring out, another angel cries. Open up the gates when he arrives. As he fell to the ground, there was no fear in his eyes. They'll bury him before they bury his bride. Yeah, this is for my people that are fighting.
Rest in peace, heroes. And then our next, the lives that was stolen by the illegal immigrants or aliens. Either one, they're not supposed to be here. So, here we go. Rest in peace, angels. I pray God wraps his arms around all of their families.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Yeah, 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? Are your days filled with love and light? Is there music? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the
That's right. We got to keep trusting in God. Trusting and believing. God makes a way when you see no way. Okay. Since nobody has informed me or has contacted me about finishing up Jeremiah and then going on to Lamentations, we're going to finish Jeremiah up. That's your punishment for not letting me know. But while I grabbed Jeremiah, here's a minute and a half short that Darlene sent me. Say, Darlene, I pay attention. Darlene sent me this one. It's baby Elon taking baby Trump for a ride.
Donald, the Cybertruck drives itself. No wheel, no pedals. You sit there and trust the algorithm. I've driven it 100 times. It's flawless.
Elon, it looks like a refrigerator from the future. I don't trust people, and you want me to trust a metal triangle?
It has a 99.7% safety rating. That's better than every human driver alive, including yours. Your guy ran a red light last Tuesday.
That was strategic. He was making a power move. Very different from a robot guessing.
It doesn't guess. It processes 4 million data points per second. It sees things before they happen. It's basically a prophet on wheels.
Fine. One block. Why is there no steering wheel? Where do I put my hands?
Mel, good
See?
to see
Smooth.
you.
It already
Love
mapped
you.
every pothole, pedestrian, and traffic light in a 2-mile radius. You're safer in here than the Oval Office.
It just turned left. I never go left. Everybody knows that.
It's taking the optimal route. Faster, safer, more efficient. This is the future, Donald. Accept it.
The future just ran a yellow light, Elon.
It calculated we had 1.3 seconds of clearance. That's Tesla engineering. That's precision.
That's a coup. A very large, bulletproof coup. Pull over! I'm calling Pete. I want the beast. The beast doesn't think. It doesn't calculate. It does what I say.
The beast? Sir, you lasted 14 seconds.
Those were 14 very informed seconds. Best test drive in history. Probably.
SL20, that doesn't work. You will learn. I don't make decisions too well. I depend on y'all to make the decisions for me. That's the way we roll. Because I'm the toddler. Mel, I seen them messages. I told chat first thing that I need to apologize to you. I wasn't feeling well last night. My eyes was a burning and I couldn't see. So we did a short stream last night. We just did the did our tributes and our national anthem. And then I had to get off because I couldn't see. But I'm sorry. But we prayed for you at the beginning, like we always do. We either pray at the beginning or at the end. We do the prayer list. But I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry. Okay, well, when she gets up, tell her that we love her and that we're praying for her and her husband. Okay, now let me grab Jeremiah. Okay, now this says 17, but we already done 17, so we'll start on 18. Just I had to scoot it back a little bit in case it started going on me before I got it up.
And a time of refining. After 70 years, God promised to restore his people, demonstrating his mercy and faithfulness to his covenant, even after a season of judgment. Question 18. What was the name of the god that Jeremiah mentioned 5 times, which the people burned incense and made cakes for? A. La Diva. B. Queen Bey. C. Sasha Fierce. D. The Queen of Heaven. You get 10 seconds.
The diva. I think I'm going to say D. D. Okay, we got Christopher coming in with a D. Darlene with an A. A. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Hey, Bitbot, good to see you. Love you.
Evening.
Mel says A, and Darlene says D. Mel says, okay, D. No, Mel, we're learning. You pick your own answer. We're learning. I'm not 100% sure, D, but I think I did hear it.
SL has D. I picked D. And I don't see Jay Keeps and Susan. Oh, Susan with a D. And I don't see anything, so we can go, I guess.
Oh, man, we're happy you're here. And again, I'm sorry. Okay. We go to the other one. Okay, here we go.
That's D, the Queen of Heaven. Jeremiah mentioned the Queen of Heaven 5 times, a false deity worshipped by some Israelites. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18, chapter 44, verses 17 to 19. The people made offerings and burned incense to this goddess, defying God's command to worship him alone. Their idolatry provoked God's anger, illustrating how far Judah had strayed from their covenant relationship with him. Question 19. What did God tell Jeremiah to buy during the last days of Judah? A. A field. B. A vowel. C. The temple. D. A new outfit. You get 10 seconds.
I'm going to go with a field. That's what I think I'm going with. Christopher coming in hot with an A. Darlene with an A. I hope Tracy's all right. Chris don't know where she's at. Darlene don't know where she's at.
Estelle with an A. Susan with an A. I picked A. Susan said Jay Keeps is on a different stream right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Got a small audience.
Well, I do too, but it's all good. Melanie coming in hot with an A. And the answer is...
That's A. A field. God instructed Jeremiah to purchase
That's
a
right,
field from his
Melanie.
cousin Hanamel
Jeremiah.
in Anathoth. Jeremiah chapter 32, verses 6 to 15. This symbolic act, performed while Jerusalem was under siege, represented God's promise of restoration. Though the land seemed worthless at the time, the purchase signified hope that one day fields would again be bought and sold in Judah, reflecting God's faithfulness to his people.
Yeah,
Question 20.
Susan, she's
Where
moving.
did God tell Jeremiah
She
to
said
throw a
she might
scroll
not be
listing
on
all the
tonight.
disasters coming to Babylon? A. Into the sky. B. Into a grave. C. Into Mount Doom. D. Into the river Euphrates. You get 10 seconds.
I know this one, but I say the last name really weird, and I'm not going to say it, so I'm just going to say the letter D.
Euphrates?
Yeah, I say it funny. Sky laughs at me. Christopher with a D. Darlene coming in hot with a D. And Mel with a D.
And we have straight D's over on Rumble. SL, myself, and Susan.
Alrighty. Here we go.
That's D. Into the river Euphrates. God instructed Jeremiah to throw the scroll into the Euphrates River, tied to a stone. Jeremiah chapter 51, verses 63 to 64. This symbolic act represented Babylon's ultimate downfall, as the scroll sinking into the river signified
okay,
that Babylon
Melanie.
would be
We're all
permanently
just
destroyed
trying to
and never
remember.
rise again. The act highlighted God's sovereignty over nations and his power to bring judgment on even the mightiest empires. Stay with us until the end of the video
Kat, good
to see how
you.
many
Welcome.
Bible quiz questions you got right.
Love you.
Don't forget to note your score and share it with us in the comments section. Let's explore and learn more about the Bible with these fun and interesting questions. Question 21.
Yeah, it's not like enough people don't
In Jeremiah
subscribe.
chapter 9,
I
what
know.
weapon does God compare a tongue to? A mace. B, a bow and arrow. C, a slingshot. D, a machine gun. You get 10 seconds.
I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's C.
Really?
Yeah, see, I said it's wrong. It's my guess because I'm not sure. Oh,
Yeah,
Sean, SL's going with a B.
That's what that's what I remember them saying, but I always thought it was a sword.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Two-edged
I'm
sword
sure that-
is what
I'm
I
sure
thought.
that a machine gun. Cat's going with the machine gun.
Mace, cancel mace. Because
yeah.
they probably didn't have it back then. So it's either
All right.
B or C. Okay, we got
I'll take my answer
Christopher.
because go ahead.
Mhm.
I'm just mumbling.
Oh. Well, I do that too. Christopher took his answer away. That's what threw me off. Darlene coming in hot with a B. Melanie coming in with a B. And Christopher with a B. So all B's over here.
Oh, all right. Trying to figure out where everyone's at. SL with a B. Jay Keeps with a B. Susan with a B. I said C, so I'm going to be wrong. I'll take it.
You'll take one for the team.
I'll take one for the team. Got to learn.
Yep. Oh, and Teacups coming in with a B. So here we go. But I'm like with Jay Keeps, I thought it was a sword.
That's B, a bow and arrow. In Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 3, God compares the tongue to a bow, emphasizing how words can be used as weapons of deceit and harm. The imagery of a tongue as a deadly arrow, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 8, underscores the destructive power of lies and slander among the people of Judah. This warning calls for truthfulness and integrity, highlighting the moral decay that provoked God's judgment. Question 22.
Fail.
What nation in Africa did God
learned
send
something.
Nebuchadnezzar to conquer? A. Egypt. B. Libya. C. Ethiopia. D. Saudi Arabia. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, let's see. Does anybody in
Yeah, we have
here
two
want
A's.
to guess? You got two A's? That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
SL's
A.
got an A. I've got an A. Jay Keeps with an A. Susan with an A. And Kat with an A.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't want to mislead Chad over here
Well,
because
it
it's
looks
been
like
a
everyone's
while.
going that way.
Yeah. We got Christopher with an A, Melanie with an A, Darlene with an A, and Teacup coming in hot with an A. And the answer is
That's A. Egypt. God sent Nebuchadnezzar to conquer Egypt. Jeremiah chapter 43 verses 10 to 13, chapter 46 verses 13 to 26. This prophecy foretold Babylon's expansion and domination over Egypt, a nation that had historically opposed Israel. The conquest of Egypt demonstrated God's control over nations and his use of Babylon as an instrument of judgment, not only on Israel, but also on other powerful kingdoms. Question 23. What part of a tree does Jeremiah say will come, which points to Jesus? A. A holy root. B. A divine trunk. C. A colorful leaf. D. A righteous branch. You get 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to get this one wrong too, but I'm going with B.
B.
See? Well, I'm thinking this what holds everything else up of the tree is the trunk, right? It's the strongest. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
gotta
the
have
branch,
roots too.
but the branch reaches out.
Okay. See, I'm learning because I didn't study this and I don't remember. I should have studied today. Or
When
listened.
it comes to trees, I pay more attention.
Yeah,
But
you do.
it's like the branches reaches out, and that's what part of tree Jeremiah is.
Questions on the screen, Kat. No, yep. No, you're right. See, I'm showing how bad I am by throwing my answers out there. So
No, we're learning. We're learning. Christopher with a D. Melanie with a D. Darlene with a D. And Teacup with a D.
Oh, yeah, Kat, go ahead and hit the live on the screen if you can. Touch the word live and see if that'll catch you up if it's not red. SL with a D, Susan with a D, Jay Keeps with a D, Kat with a D. So there you go. I'm a no answer.
Alrighty. Here we go, I guess. We will see.
Well, it's D.
I could be wrong.
Nah, you're all right.
That's D, a righteous branch. Jeremiah prophesies about a righteous branch from David's line. Jeremiah chapter 23, verses 5 to 6. This branch symbolizes the Messiah, a king who would reign with justice and righteousness. Christians understand this as a prophecy of Jesus Christ, who fulfills the promise of a descendant of David, bringing salvation and establishing God's eternal kingdom.
See, I
Question
wouldn't have
24.
got that one right because I symbolized it as like Jesus reaching out different directions and help. That's the way I took it. I didn't take it like they took it. I better go on.
Which minor prophet from Moresheth, mentioned by Jeremiah, prophesied about Judah's future in an earlier time? A. Jonah. B. Micah. C.
Tracy,
Moses.
I was getting worried about
D.
you.
Malachi. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, you learned how to sneak in? I'm glad my training's still in effect. Oh, let's see. I think Micah. Micah.
See, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't going to say it.
What? Nah,
I got too many.
That's
No,
not
I did.
nice.
It's not cheat. I looked up the names going, yeah, Micah. You got to
Yeah, you
remember,
should have said.
I've gone through the whole Bible twice. And it's like sometime, and I listen to it when I sleep. So sometimes things click in my brain. Sometimes it's really slow. Coffee's trying to wake it up. But anyway, I'll go with your answer. Go ahead.
Listen, now if I'm wrong, I'm in trouble. No. Next one, you're answering first. It's only right. Tracy with a B. Darlene. Wait. Let me see. D was last question, wasn't it?
Well, we got a
Yeah,
couple
D was
people on
last
my
question.
side that went with D. So you got it split.
Okay, Darlene said D. Okay, Tracy says B. Coming in hot with a B. Darlene says D. Let me see. You can, if you got answers, you can go ahead. I'm waiting on the rest.
Yeah, I've got Susan with a D. I followed you. Jay Keeps with a D. SL with the B, but he said he thought it was Zechariah, which isn't on here. And then Kat, you can guess. We're just guessing. Some of us, me.
Melanie hasn't given me an answer yet. Christopher has, well, yeah, no, Christopher hasn't given me an answer yet. They may be doing something. Christopher's, the nurse may be taking, or
We're on
he said
24,
D.
Kat.
D. He said D too. Well, Melanie, throw me out an answer. What you think? We got
The last
B's and we
question?
got D's.
Yeah, Kat, the last one was the righteous branch. That was 23. Ow.
A, B, C, D. Melanie, you
She's covered.
cheat. You covered every one of them.
I think Kat's phone is running a bit behind.
Flagging.
And SL20 went with B.
B.
You must have researched.
Final
Cat
answer.
went with B. So, okay.
Okay. Let's see. We got every letter covered by mail over here. Somebody's gonna be right. Woo!
That's B, Micah. The minor prophet mentioned is Micah of Morsheth, Jeremiah chapter 26, verse 18. Micah prophesied about the destruction of Jerusalem, which was later echoed by Jeremiah. By referencing Micah, Jeremiah reinforced the consistency of God's messages through the prophets and validated the warnings of judgment if Judah refused to repent. Question 25. Who was the last Jewish king before Babylon took over Jerusalem? A. Potiphar. B. Solomon. C. Zedekiah. D. Jeremiah. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, it's the weird one. It starts with a Z. I go with C.
Zedekiah.
Yeah, Zedekiah. Zedekiah. Kaya. Yeah.
There you go. Uh-oh. Everybody's still thinking over on YouTube? There we go.
Oh, here we go. Melanie coming in hot with a C. Christopher with a C. Darlene with a C. And I don't know if Tracy's still busy or she's playing. She may have just stopped in.
SL with a C. Well, there you go.
Teacup with a C. And Tracy coming in hot with a C.
All right. SL with a C. Jay Keeps with a C. Susan with a C. Cat's lost. And I'm taking
It's okay,
C.
Kat. We all get lost.
I just don't think her phone's stream is keeping up for her.
Oh. Here we go.
That's C, Zedekiah. The last Jewish king
Well,
before
he said it
Babylon
wrong.
conquered
That's AI.
Jerusalem was Zedekiah. Jeremiah chapter 52,
No, he
verses 1
switched
to 11.
again.
Appointed
he said
by
it right the second
Nebuchadnezzar
time.
as a
Back it up.
He that's why I'm worse on names because of him. Listen.
That's C, Zedekiah. The last Jewish king before Babylon conquered Jerusalem was Zedekiah. Jeremiah chapter 52, verses 1 to 11.
CSL20.
Appointed by Nebuchadnezzar as a puppet king, Zedekiah rebelled against Babylon, leading to the city's destruction. His capture, the blinding of his eyes, and the exile of his people fulfilled Jeremiah's prophecies, marking the end of Judah's independence and the beginning of the Babylonian exile. Well,
Okay, that's all that one. Yeah, Tracy, I forgot quite a bit because it's been a while. Because last night we didn't do it, and I kind of was,
I still got all
short memory.
25.
Woo! Way to go! Way to go! Okay, now let me unshare this, and we're going to do the study guide for Lamentations, which we watched the video with Gator Girl. So this should be fresh, hopefully. I hadn't messed everything up last night. Okay, here we go with Lamentations, the study guide. So pay attention, take notes.
The Book of Lamentations. It's a unique book in the Old Testament that contains 5 poems from an anonymous author who survived and is now reflecting back on the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem and the destruction and the exile that followed. Remember the whole story from the book of 2 Kings. The fall of Jerusalem and the exile was the most horrendous catastrophe in Israel's history up to this point. So remember, God had promised Abraham the land. He'd given David victory to make Jerusalem Israel's capital. And from David came the royal line of kings. You had God's presence there in the temple, and that's where the priests maintained the rituals of Israel's worship. And after 500 years of all of this history, in the summer of 587 BC, the city fell to Babylon. It was all decimated and gone. And so the Book of Lamentations is a memorial to the pain and confusion of the Israelites that followed this destruction. Now, the lament poems found here are not unique in the Bible. There's lots of them in the book of Psalms. And these biblical poems of lament, they do a number of things. They're a form of protest. They're a way of drawing everybody's attention, including God's attention, to the horrible things that happen in this world that should not be tolerated. They're a way of processing emotion. So in these poems, God's people vent their anger and dismay at the ruin caused by people's sin and selfishness. And these poems are a place to voice confusion. Suffering makes us ask questions about God's character and promises, and none of this is looked down on in the Bible. Just the opposite. These poems of lament give a sacred dignity to human suffering. And so these human words of grief that are addressed to God have now become part of God's word to his people. The design of these 5 poems is very intentional. It's part of the book's message. So chapters 1 through 4 are called acrostics, which means alphabet poems. Each poetic verse begins with a new letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which is made up of 22 letters. Now, this very ordered and linear structure, it's in stark contrast to the disorder of the pain and the confused grief that's explored in these poems. So it's like Israel's suffering is explored A to Z and is trying to express something that is inexpressible. Chapters 1 and 2 each have 1 verse per letter, giving them a really similar design, but the themes are very different. So chapter 1 focuses on the grief and shame of a figure called Lady Zion. The poet personifies the city of Jerusalem as a widow, also called the daughter of Zion. And she sits alone. She's bereaved of her loved ones, devastated. No one comes to comfort her. It's a very powerful metaphor. And then Lady Zion speaks. She calls on the Lord to notice her fate. And through this image, the poet, he's showing that the city's destruction brought a level of psychological trauma on the Israelites that can only be expressed as the experience of a funeral and the death of a loved one. Chapter 2 focuses on the fall of Jerusalem and how it was a consequence of Israel's sin and was brought about by God's wrath, which is a key word in this poem. Now, it's important to remember that in the Bible, God's wrath is not spontaneous, volatile anger. The biblical poets and prophets, they use this word to talk about God's justice. So Israel had entered a covenant agreement with God, and for centuries they've been violating it by worshiping other gods, perpetrating injustice, oppressing the poor. And so, yes, God is slow to anger, but he eventually does get angry at human evil, and he will bring his just anger in the form of punishment. In the case of Jerusalem, this involved allowing Babylon to come and conquer the city. And so this poem is acknowledging that God's wrath is justified, but this doesn't keep the poet from lamenting and asking God to show compassion once again. Chapter 3 breaks this design pattern by having 3 verses per letter, so it's the longest poem in the book. And the voice is that of a lonely man speaking out of his suffering and grief as a representative of the whole people. And what's interesting is that this chapter is full of language that's drawn from other parts of the Old Testament, from the laments of Job and from other important lament psalms, and even from the suffering servant poems in Isaiah. And the poet sees his hardship as a form of God's justice, like chapter 2 said. But paradoxically, this is what gives the poet hope. And it leads him to offer the only hopeful words in the whole book. Because of the Lord's covenant faithfulness, we do not perish. His mercies never fail. They're new every morning. How great is your faithfulness, O God. So I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance, therefore I will put my hope in him. So the poet reasons, if God is consistent enough to bring his justice on human evil, then he'll also be consistent with his covenant promise to not allow evil to get the final word. And so for this poet, God's judgment is the seedbed of hope for the future. Chapter 4 goes back to the same alphabet structure as chapters 1 and 2, and is a vivid and disturbing depiction of the 2-year siege in Jerusalem. And it contrasts how things used to be in Jerusalem of the past and how terrible they became in the siege. So children used to laugh and play in the streets, but now they beg for food. The wealthy used to eat lavish meals, but now they eat whatever they can find in the dirt. And the royal leaders used to be full of splendor, but now they're famished and dirty and unrecognizable. And the anointed king from the line of David has been captured and dragged away. So the poem's power comes from the shock of these contrasts, and it's exploring the depth of the suffering that Israel brought on itself. Now, the final poem is unique because it breaks the design pattern. It's the same length as all of the other alphabet poems, but the alphabet order is gone. It's like the poet can't hold it together anymore, and his grief has exploded back into chaos. The poem is a communal prayer for God's mercy. Israel begs God not to ignore their suffering or abandon them. And the poem offers a long list of all of the different kinds of people who were devastated by the fall of the city. They ask God not to forget these people, and they lament on behalf of others, giving voice to their pain. Suffering in silence is just not a virtue in this book. God's people are not asked to deny their emotions, but voice their protest, to vent their feelings and pour it all out before God. The book ends with something of a paradox. The poet acknowledges that God is the eternal king of the world, but also that Israel's circumstances make them feel like God is nowhere to be found. And so the final words of the book leave this tension totally unresolved. It asks, unless you've totally rejected us, and the book ends. The poet doesn't offer a nice, neat conclusion, much like our own experiences of pain and suffering. The story of the Bible doesn't end here, but this very important book shows us how lament and prayer and grief are a crucial part of the journey of faith of God's people in a broken world. And that's what the book of Lamentations is all about.
Okay. Let me grab
David,
the
no.
quiz.
Oh.
Okay, let me grab it real fast. Share screen. And here we go with Lamentations. We on a roll.
Welcome to Bible Quiz Tabs. Each quiz comes with clear Bible questions and answers, with scripture references to help you explore both Old and New
This
Testaments.
one is a different
Subscribe
one.
to start your journey. Let the quiz begin. Question 1. Who is the traditional author of the Book of Lamentations? A. Ezekiel. B. Jeremiah. C. Daniel.
This is the one that I don't like, but Lamentations, this was the only trivia that had Lamentations on it, so I had to go with it. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we got... Yeah, Teacup, if you're getting off, don't forget to send Darlene the phone number and the address, please, so we can handle it. We got Chris coming in with a C. We got Darlene with a B. And I'm taking B. B.
All right. SL with a B. Jay Keeps with a B. Susan B. I took B. We'll give Cat B.
Okay. Melanie's coming in with a B. And Tracy's coming in hot with a B. The answer is...
The correct answer is B. Jeremiah. The explanation. Jewish and Christian tradition attributes Lamentations to the weeping prophet, Jeremiah, though the text itself is anonymous. Question 2. The Book of Lamentations mourns the destruction.
Cat, how far behind are you? Are you out in the wilderness? Are you in your house near your Wi-Fi? So you're still listening to the study guide. Are they showing up on your screen? Oh no. She'll catch up. Go ahead and play it.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, I'm watching.
Okay.
She's not hearing the questions yet, but we do have it paused right now. So if the screen is caught up. We're on question 2. We got to get your laptop fixed. I promise it won't take that long.
Yeah, he's quick. Okay. Are we going on, or you want to wait a minute to see?
Go ahead. Hopefully she's caught up.
Okay.
Of which city?
Kate.
Take a moment to think. A. Nineveh. B. Babylon. C. Jerusalem.
You got to be quick draw on this one with the timer. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's free.
I know. I like the other one. I think, oh, you're supposed to guess first.
Yeah, I'm going with C.
That's what I was thinking. Jerusalem. We got Christopher with a B, Darlene with a C, Tracy with a C, and the locomotive stopped.
SL with a C, Susan with a C, Jay Keeps with a C, and I took C.
And Mel coming in hot with a C. And the answer is... Dum, dum, dum. Kate
Yeah, that's true, SL. She just likes to say D. D. You missed that extra letter.
D. Oh, bless y'all. Okay. Okay, I think she's caught up now.
Yeah, we're giving you a C, Kat. If you can see the screen.
Okay, here we go.
C. Jerusalem is the correct answer. The explanation. Lamentations is a funeral dirge for the city of Jerusalem, destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BC, 2 Kings 25. Question 3. In Lamentations chapter 1, how is the city of Jerusalem personified? A. As a lonely widow, deserted and afflicted. B. As a mighty warrior who has fallen. C. As a lost sheep.
Gosh, and I know this one. I think I remember it from the study.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, fine. I'm going with A.
Mm-hmm. Good answer.
Oh, do you want me to answer all for my? Okay. I
Yeah.
took A. Jay Keeps took A. Susan with an A. SL20 with an A, and Kat with an A.
Yay, she's called up. Yay, Cat. We got Tracy with a B, Christopher with a B, Teacup. I'll be right back. Okay, T. Love you. And Mel with a B. And Darlene with an A. And I'm going with an A. Oh, waiting on me now. Whoop. Here we go.
Well done. The answer is A, as a lonely widow, deserted and afflicted. The explanation. The book opens, how deserted lies the city once so full of people, how like a widow is she. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 1. Question 4. According to Lamentations, what is the primary reason for Jerusalem's suffering? A. The strength of the Babylonian army. B. The political failure of her kings. C. The greatness of her sins.
I'm going to pick C. C. Christopher coming in hot with a C. Darlene with a C. Mel coming in with a C.
SL with a C. Jay Keeps with a C. Susan with a C. Kat with a C. And I also took C.
Ready. Tracy, I don't see. Teacup said she would be right back. So I'm going to go ahead. Darlene, set the flags up.
Well, late night ramblings
Superb.
joined us.
The answer is C, the greatness of her sins. The explanation. The book is clear that the disaster is a direct result of the nation's rebellion against God. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 5. Question 5. In Lamentations chapter 3, what does the author identify himself as? Only true Bible fans will get this. A. A voice crying in the wilderness. B. The man who has seen affliction. C. A watchman on the wall.
Woo, y'all hear that rain? It's pouring down.
Oh, at your place?
Yeah, can't you hear it?
Nope.
Loud. Well, that's good. Okay. Late night ramblings. Good to see ya. Welcome. We got Christopher coming in with a B. We got welcome back, Teacup. Love ya. We got Darlene with a B.
We got SL with a B, Kat with a B, Jay Keeps with a B, Late Night Ramblings with a B, and Susan with, in Laminations, Susan. Should we give you a B? We'll give Susan a B.
Alrighty.
I know what she was saying.
Melanie. Did I say Melanie with a B? Tracy with a B. And Darlene with a B. Christopher with a B. I think we are all B's over here.
Okay.
Okay. The answer is
Excellent. The answer is B, the man who has seen affliction. The explanation. Chapter 3 begins with a personal testimony of suffering. I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of his wrath. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 1. Question 6. What famous declaration
Tracy,
of
you're
hope
okay.
is made in Lamentations chapter 3?
I'm just
A.
rubbing off
The
on
steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. B. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. C. I know that my Redeemer lives.
Alrighty. Let's see. There's no need to be sorry, Tracy. Don't make me jump through this screen. It is possible, you know. Let me see. Christopher with a B. I think I'm going with an A. If I'm thinking right. Could be thinking wrong, but I'm thinking A. Darlene with an A. Tracy with an A.
Yeah, Jay Keeps. All these quizzes are done by AI. So yeah, they mix it or they mispronounce the names.
Yeah. Melanie coming in hot with an A. Okay, we're done. I think over here.
And late night, we do allow corrections if you do want to make a change to your answer. I do it all the time. But
We all do.
Jay Keeps, because it's a learning thing. Jay Keeps with an A, Susan with an A, Kat with an A, SL with an A. I took A. Late night, it's got a B.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Up, late night with an A.
Oh, with an A?
Yep.
Okay.
You got it correct. A. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. The explanation. This is the incredible turning point of the book, where lament turns to hope in God's faithfulness. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22. Question 7.
All right, we're at the top
What
of the
does
hour.
the writer of
Do y'all want to go to 10 or y'all got somewhere else to go?
Yeah,
It's up
if
to you.
you want to do it, let's run to 10, and then that leaves us with 15 on Sunday, right?
Yeah, because Sky doesn't have to get up early.
Okay.
But I try to keep her sort of close to her schedule. Alrighty. Here we go with 7. Try. I did say try. Someone hinders it, but I try.
Lamentations say is new every morning? A. God's mercies. B. God's anger. C. His sorrow.
Let's see. I think I'm going with A. With A, we got I believe we got Teacup with a C, Christopher with a C, Tracy with a C. Good night, Mel. Sweet dreams. Love ya. Be safe. Darlene with an A.
Okay, I got Jay Keeps with an A, SL with an A, Late Night Ramblings with an A, Susan with an A, and I also took A. And Cat with an A.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Nice work. A. God's mercies is the right choice. The explanation. The author declares that God's mercies are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness.
thank you.
Lamentations chapter 3 verse 23. Question 8. In Lamentations chapter 3, what is it good for a person to do? A. To fight back against their enemies. B. To mourn for the rest of their days. C. To wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord.
Well, by this, I'm not no good person. Oh, what is good for a person to do? Oh, well, still, I'm not good. Because I would A, but I know it's C. So I'm going with C. Christopher with a C. Tracy with a C. Teacup coming in hot with a C. And Darlene with a C.
Cat with a C. Susan with a C. Jay Keeps with a C. SL with a C. Late Night with a C. And I also am taking C.
Here we go. We got C's across the board.
The expected answer is C. To wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. The explanation. Even in suffering, the author affirms that the proper response is to hope and wait patiently for God's deliverance. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 26. If you're enjoying the Bible quizzes, we'd love for you to join our Bible quiz community.
Here we go again.
Please like the video, subscribe, and become a part of our growing family of Bible enthusiasts. Question 9. Who does the author of Lamentations say has brought about the calamity? Pick from A. The Babylonians alone. B. The Lord himself. C. The false prophets.
I'm going with the Lord himself.
That seems to be the largest letters.
By Tina's logic.
That's Tina logic.
Christopher didn't use my logic. I'm going to have to set him down somewhere. Tracy coming in with a B. Christopher with a C. And Darlene with a B.
Cat with a B. Late Night Ramblings with a B. SL with a B. Jay Keeps with a B. Susan B. And I took B.
All right. Let's see. Here we go.
B. The Lord himself is the accurate choice. The explanation. The book holds a high view of God's sovereignty, stating, "Is it not from the mouth of the Most High that both calamities and good things come?" Lamentations chapter 3 verse 38. Question 10. The writer of Lamentations states that God does not willingly do what? A. Judge the nations. B. Bring affliction or grief to anyone. C. Show mercy.
Oh, I'm going with B.
Yep.
B, 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 B. Everyone, give your last answer for tonight. We got Christopher coming in hot with a B. Darlene with a B. Tracy giving me some cookies. Oh, Tracy, I love you. Thank you.
Cat with a B, Late Night Ramblings with a B, Susan with a B, Jake Keeps with a B, SL with a B. I also take B.
And Tracy coming in hot with a B. And Teacup with a B. And the final answer is...
The correct choice is B. Bring affliction or grief to anyone. The explanation. This verse affirms that God's fundamental nature is not punitive. Though he brings grief, he also shows compassion. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 33. Question 11.
Alrighty. Alright. Alrighty.
All right. Well, I will get off so you can say goodnight.
Alright. Thank you. Love you.
You're welcome. Love you.
Good night.
Good night.
Alrighty, everyone. If you would keep the people that we mentioned at the beginning, the prayer list, keep them in your prayers tonight. And like I always say, if God places someone on your heart or on your mind, stop and pray, because we don't know what they're going through, but God does. And God's the one who can handle the situation and fix it. His will be done. And tomorrow night will be Gator Girl. I believe she's moving. That's why she wasn't here tonight. But I told her that if she wasn't able or she was too wore out, that I would step in tomorrow for her. But she hasn't let me know, so for right now, it's Gator Girl tomorrow night. And I love each and every one of y'all. And let's keep her in our prayers, because you know how moving is. It's a lot of stress and work. And we worry about her. And keep Tracy in our prayers also. All of our chat family on Rumble and YouTube. And I love each and every one of y'all. And we will finish this if Gator Girl comes on tomorrow night. We will finish this Sunday night. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow night on Gator Girls.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking just straight, one outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. I head down since I left town. Sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. All the ones that are proud of me, all the ones that doubted me. Thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.